That's a good cushion, that.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
That's good.
Oh.
How are you, Craig?
I'm okay. I'm in the bad books
Why?
at home.
Why?
It's a kind of weird story. So, a couple of days ago, I was wearing a pair of boxers, right?
Yeah.
And I got a bit of chewing gum stuck on my boxers. I don't know how.
Move the shower across this way, please.
Make it more comfortable.
Okay, yeah.
How's that? Does that feel more homely?
I feel good. Yeah.
So I got this bit of chewing gum stuck on my boxer shorts, right?
Yeah, nice. Moving this way.
And unanimously, the best way to fix chewing gum stuck to clothing is, do you know?
Throw it away.
No. Put them in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I took the boxers off and I put the boxers in the freezer, right? And I thought, I'll take them out, I'll get the chewing gum off, right? But I forgot, and then I went out and got drunk last night, and I've woke up this morning, right? And my other half's away to work, and the boxers are just on the floor. She's obviously opened the freezer to defrost a bit of chicken. And she's went, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And she's just pulled these boxers out and they were just left on the floor. So I'm going to have to go home and deal with that tonight. So that's my life. How are you?
I once lost a whole pair of jeans because of the chewing gum.
Have you ever lost less than a whole pair?
No. Because what happened was I got chewing gum in the pocket. So
Right.
every time I reached in, there was just gum there. And there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. And sometimes you'd put things in there with the gum and they get stuck.
That's not good.
No. So I had to retire that pair of jeans. It was a really good pair of jeans as well.
Where'd you get them?
Levi's.
Solid.
Yes.
Solid jean choice.
Very solid. You are just back from India.
I am. Yeah.
How was that?
It was intense.
Yeah.
It was great. We were there for a wedding, so
I presume you've completed the mandatory 2-week quarantine period.
I have. Yes. See, I've been telling people this for ages. I reckon I'd beat coronavirus if I had it. I don't think it'd be a big problem.
What do you mean by that?
Like, if I got it,
Yeah.
I think I'd be alright.
Were you back your superior immune system?
I'd honestly, I'd whack a couple of lem sips. I think I'd be alright. And
It's people like you that are spreading the disease. I hope
that's
you know that.
potentially true.
Yeah.
India was great, mate. Very colourful. The wedding was fantastic.
Yeah.
A couple of really close friends, and it was just insane. The money they must have spent on it was crazy. India was nice. Delhi was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the Taj Mahal.
Really?
Just a big house, really. It's
So it's one of the wonders of the world, and you're saying it's just a big house.
that was nice, but it took me 4 hours to get there and 3 hours to get back.
Okay.
So yeah.
Um,
And on the main night of the wedding,
Yeah.
the Prime Minister of India turned up.
really?
Aye, Modi.
Whose wedding were you at?
Well, the groom's dad is like a part of the government or something like that.
Okay.
So the Prime Minister turned up, and the next day he was taking Trump to the Taj Mahal.
Free meal, innit?
Mental. Well, free
Yeah.
meal, exactly. There was a lot of food there.
So I thought we'd open up today talking about some of the media that surrounded the Wilder Fury 2 fight.
Yep.
Some of the reaction, but you managed to make it all the way back from India without seeing the result, and then you got to watch it.
Very, very stressful event.
Was it hard?
So we left our hotel to travel back. We left at probably 3 a.m. UK time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got from 3 a.m. UK time to about 9:30 p.m. on the Sunday. So it was a long trip, but the whole way, every time I seen a television, I shielded my eyes. And then when we were on the plane, you had the screens in front of you on the seat.
Yeah.
It had news headlines rolling across. So every time I wanted to change my film or do the volume or anything like that, I had to do that over the top of the screen. So managed to avoid it. And I got in the taxi on the way home, right?
Yeah.
And the fucking taxi driver, mate, honestly. So he's like, yeah, busy night last night for me. I was like, why are you telling me? Don't
talk to me.
Not interested. And he's like, yeah, busy night. Yeah, a lot of people out for the boxing. And I went, actually, you can ask my other half. She went, don't talk about it. And I went, please don't say anything else. Which he took as an introduction that he should continue to drop hints about who won the fight.
Maybe he thought you meant, oh god, don't say it
Well, I said, I've not seen it, mate. Please don't say anything about it at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't have been clearer. And he
Oh,
went,
okay, you were. Okay.
And then his reply was, you'll be happy with who won. And I'm like, so I'm like, dude, don't.
And not being an African American man, I think we could assume what he meant by that.
So then I'm going, dude, stop talking, man. And I desperately try and change it. And he's like, yeah, if Fury fights like another heavyweight you might have heard of. He fights a little bit like Muhammad Ali. I was like, dude, stop fucking talking to me.
What does that mean?
No idea. I think it's the only other fighter that he knows, probably. So I made it home and I watched the fight.
Yeah.
It was good.
But you had an inkling that Fury had taken it.
I thought Fury might have taken it, but the thing was,
Based
by
on
the time
that conversation.
by the time I got home, I was very tired and I was fatigued because my jacket that I was wearing was very heavy at the time, and it dented my ability to.
What a lovely segue
enjoy
into the first thing we should discuss, which is the sort of reaction to. Okay.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Which was the reaction to the comment afterwards. It actually came initially from Jay Diaz, if I recall. I think it was an interview with Boxing Social where he said that he felt that the suit was a little heavy that Deontay had worn into the ring. I then think Wilder rode with this and has basically claimed his weakened legs. His legs were weakened, by the weight of the suit, weighing up to 20 pounds. And yeah.
Pathetic.
It's not great, is it?
Henry, one word, pathetic. Maybe the worst excuse I've ever heard. I put a poll up on Twitter. I don't know if you voted in my poll.
I did not see your poll.
What is the worst excuse? That or David Hayes' toe?
Oh, I saw that. I voted for this. I thought that because the toe, at least it was a physical injury. You use your feet to launch off of to create some power.
Yep.
This was just a bit of a joke.
Terrible.
Having said that, I was watching Joe Rogan. And
oh yeah, I've seen this clip.
And well, there's that. So there's that clip where he wears the weight pack. But then I was actually going to say that they made the point that if you were sitting there, because say he put it on like half an hour before he ring walked, if you're sitting for half an hour with a 20-pound suit on,
yep.
Sorry, 40 pounds. Was it
40
pound suit? Maybe it would have a small effect on you.
Yep.
So I'm not going to say it didn't have a small effect on him, but the fact he even said anything about it is shocking.
But see, all of that for me, like. That's your choice.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you can't then come out and use it as an excuse or moan about it. Like,
yeah, you
decided to do that, so it doesn't carry any weight. Good phrase. I thought it was embarrassing. I thought he should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah. What other excuses were made? So there was the suit. They
were giving Mark Breland a hard time. I think he might have been sacked.
No, he's not. Wilder said he's not going to sack.
Has he kept him on?
Well, I've been seeing that, but it's one of those ones where I haven't actually seen a source. I've just seen people quoting Wilder saying it, so I guess he said it somewhere. He said something to the effect of, "I was doing my job, he was doing his job, and he'll be staying as part of Team Wilder, even if I don't agree with what he did."
Well, if you're Mark Breland, would you want to stay on in that circumstance?
No.
Where you're being second guessed all the time?
Yeah.
It's very weird.
But then my friend Tom made the point. Hi, Tom. On camera today.
Tom.
Oh, Jamie. He made the point that maybe Mark Breland would be like, well, actually, I don't care. You can give me the shit if you want, but I did what was right, sort of thing.
Yeah, but on the fight, I mean, you obviously... Did you guys stay up for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seemed like you were covering it. That seemed like you were maybe having an alibi there because you were doing something sordid instead.
No.
Tom's got a wry smile on his face there. What did you think of the fight?
I loved it.
Amazing, eh?
I fucking loved it. I had the best time. You should ask him. There's actually an audio recording of me. You've heard it.
Oh, brilliant. Can we put that on?
Yeah, I could put some of it on.
We could splice it?
Yeah, I'll splice some of it in.
You stopped it! Yes! Yes! What?
Do you know what it was? It's not like I was like really, really supporting Fury. I did want Fury to win, but I'm not like a huge Fury supporter. But what it was the way he'd flipped the script. I did not see it coming, and it was like more the shock of it that I was like, oh my god, he's actually doing this.
Yeah.
What a crazy bastard. He's just gone for it.
It
so I
was
loved
so
it.
good.
Yeah.
So good when he starts unloading those big shots and he's just it's straight from the first bell. He literally runs across the ring and he wants to get down to business. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The way he was coming forward but still feinting, still riding Wilder's shots really, really well, even on the front foot. And he was so quick to react. You know the way Wilder closes the distance so quickly with that initial step. It's like his go-to trick, basically. And the way Fury was just riding those right hands, and they were landing, and you could see they bruised Fury's face afterwards. So they were obviously big shots, but he just took all the sting off them. And I think that disheartened Wilder massively when Fury was just riding them off. And Fury found his range so quickly, and it does take Wilder about 8 rounds to find his range sometimes. So
he just never got going, did he? And that's the thing for me. Like, if he in between rounds in the corner had made a point of saying my legs are gone or this or that, he never. There was no mention of it. There was no complaints. Really weird. And then he put that really weird video up.
Oh, I thought that was creepy as hell.
Yesterday.
But I said I hope he's all right, because to me, like, I spoke to Ade about this actually, and to Ade, he thought this is a defiant man coming out. It shows he's more focused than ever. I thought he seemed rattled and seemed seemed mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Personally, I didn't think he seemed right, because even when he's doing his whole sinister character thing, normally he has like an air of like bad acting about him.
There's like
Whereas-
menace, like
that's what I mean. Whereas with this, he seemed like he was going to cry at certain points, and I was, it was quite strange to me anyway. That's what I saw. Maybe I was wrong.
Nah, very, very strange. And just the whole, he's got the hood up and he's just sitting there in his little room and he's just saying all these really weird things that you don't normally say. Like, it was just strange, man. I don't think he'll come back the same fighter.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think he could be his time at the top. But I'm not one of those people that will be like, he was never any good.
He was so good at what he did. But
Yeah.
it took someone as tall as Fury to implement that game plan. I think anybody shorter tries to do that, they get caught clean, because they've got more of a distance to move. So.
Yeah, and you can see the way he's thrown the wild right hands. All it does take is one of those to land, and it's game over. But I think that will have dented his confidence massively. That ego that he had around him is.
I've been thinking about it. I don't see one adjustment he can make that Fury can't react to and just snuff out, basically.
No. But then, on the flip side, my point is, can Fury really get up for the third fight?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We seen what happened when he outclassed Klitschko on foreign soil and took the belts home. Nobody gave him a chance.
Yeah.
This time, very few people gave him a hope in hell. He battered Deontay Wilder. Does he now get himself back up for a third fight? Can he get himself in the same frame of mind where he's the hungry challenger? I don't know. I mean, I hope so, because he's done so well and he's travelled so far to get to where he is at the moment. But I don't know. I don't know if that third fight happens, or I don't know. A bit of uncertainty for me.
Yeah, I think the bottom line for me is I don't want to see that third fight. I'm not interested. I want undisputed, and that's it, basically.
Yep.
If not undisputed, I wouldn't mind seeing Dylan White get his mandatory shot, just to make things fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how easy it is to make that happen.
Yeah. Shall we look at some media?
Yes, we've got some good ones.
We do. Tom, how are we doing for time? 12 minutes. Okay, great.
Tom, you took too long to answer there.
Yes.
You need to be on the ball.
Okay. Right. So I'm just gonna have a look and see if we've got any Wilder related ones before I kind of.
I think we only had JD's.
The JDS. Oh, there was also the where Errol Spence was sat for the fight.
Oh, that's amazing.
Unbelievable. So we've got this this image here that you posted, Craig, from Instagram.
It's his
Errol
face.
Spence posted it, and I can't. Okay, there we go. And he's written, "Who the fuck had me sitting by all these top rank?" I'm not going to try and say that word.
Yep.
And then a lot of emojis, and it is so funny. You've got Terence Crawford. I don't know who that is in the middle, and what's his name again?
Shakur Stevenson.
That's the one. And Errol sat at the front with Bob, and he's looking pretty unamused. It's really good.
His eyes are brilliant.
Yeah,
Um,
that's so funny.
and Bob is delighted. Look,
I can only imagine that he wanted a ticket to the fight, and the only way of getting it was to go through Bob.
that's
and
amazing.
That's unbelievable.
I wonder what Crawford and Spence, but do you think they were talking during
I don't
that?
know, but we would. Crawford. Spence has been very odd since his crash, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he'll come back the same fighter either. It's hard to tell.
It was a serious crash.
Yep.
And I always slightly favoured Crawford anyway.
I love Crawford.
I love Crawford as well. So, yeah.
Look at Bob's face. Bob is delighted. It's like he knows that picture's going to be taken. Look, he's like,
cheeky little grin.
we've got you now. We've
I
got
love
you
that.
now.
Have you ever had a situation like that where you've got sat with people or stuck in a situation with people you didn't particularly want to be with?
I don't think so. I mean, I spent a lot of time on the tube, and there was a lot of people on the tube I didn't really want to be sat next to. But in terms of like a situation like that where I'm forced to spend time in amongst people I don't like, nah, not really. You?
Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, so let's go. You've been away for a while now. We haven't done one of these for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So let's go right back. We've gone through before this and handpicked the ones we think are worth looking at.
Yes.
So the first one is a post from you. It's from Matty at Eggy Phil.
Yep.
And he's quoting Eddie Hearn here. Eddie Hearn, I got a text message off of one of Canelo's team the other day, and they said, "Do you know who one of my favourite fighters are at the moment? Terry Harper. Come on, Ed, you can do better. #boxing."
Why would a text message start like that from a Mexican trainer? Tell you what, do you know what I've been thinking about?
Yeah.
Fucking love that Terry Harper.
Loves Terry Harper.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you think Eddie Hearn is becoming like a caricature of himself?
Well, I was going to say, do you think that with no context Hearn out there, it's hard not to be a parody of yourself?
Yeah, I guess so. And he is quite Brent-esque, isn't he?
I mean, that is really good.
There's a serious element of Brent going on there.
I would like to have seen more. I didn't actually see the interview where he said that.
No, I didn't see it either.
I'd like to have seen what his look on his face was when he said that.
You could just see him delivering it like so blasé.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just got used to just coming out with things like that. Do you think that's true? Do you think that actually happened? Because it could have happened, right? Was there a Mexican on that card? I don't think so.
Was she? How long was she? She wasn't amateur for very long, was she?
Nah, and she was fighting a Swedish woman. Brilliant though, just drops it in
Also,
there.
he said one of Canelo's team. Who is that? Who is that person in Canelo's team?
Could be anybody. No idea. But yeah, Terry Harper.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Interesting. Next one. Angel Fernandez is now coaching O'Hara Davies, or has been coaching O'Hara Davies for the past couple of months.
Yep.
And it was in the build up to their golden contract fight. Angel tweeted, "My home for the next 2 weeks with humble man O'Hara Davies." First of all, that humble man thing is so funny. That quote where he said, "I've been humble for 2 days now and I've never felt better," was so funny, which is really good. I don't know if O'Hara's like doing that deliberately to be funny, but it is really, really funny.
I think he's smarter than people give him credit for, O'Hara Davies.
Yeah.
But that double act, that would be a good documentary. You should look into working with those
Angel
guys.
and O'Hara, that'd be amazing.
Fly on the wall.
Go and live with them for 2 weeks.
Angel's a great guy. You spent any time in
I've
company?
not come across him at all, but I'm really intrigued by him.
Really good guy. And
yeah.
AJ's team now as well.
Yep.
So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
But they two together would be a hell of a pairing. And O'Hara Davies looked good in his last fight, the golden contract.
Yeah.
Stopped. Who did he stop? Jeff Ofori.
Jeff Ofori. Very game. I've really liked Jeff Ofori.
Yep.
Like, so game. Took the first fight after having had a fight like the week before.
Yeah.
When he was the last minute stand-in. And I just really rate what he's about.
Yeah.
And he was game in the fight. He really tried. He didn't go in there and fight all defensive and try and survive the rounds. He went for him.
He's good.
But
he's good.
One thing I will say is he doesn't look like an Angel fighter yet, O'Hara. But there's a lot to work on.
But I think it's hard to tell what an Angel fighter will look like because he's still so fresh.
True.
And Isaac Chamberlain spent so much time working with Fernandez, and now I don't know if they are working together. Chamberlain's off doing his own thing again. I don't know, man.
I always got the vibe from that camp that it's very much about the footwork first, and O'Hara's main thing is he's a little flat-footed.
Yep.
And that was kind of what that comment was based on.
Yeah.
But perhaps Angel's actually more adaptable than I thought. And
Angel's
when I say
some
adaptable, maybe he takes whatever's in front of him and gets the best out of them. Rather.
Some guy, yeah, really interesting story, Angel as well. I wrote a feature with him probably about a year ago.
Yep.
But his story's really interesting. Was just determined, was an amateur fighter, was determined to be, a standout coach, and sought out the opportunity to work alongside some of the best coaches in the game. So spent time with Ismail Salas, spent time with Jorge, what's his name? Trained Luke Campbell, can't remember his surname.
I don't know.
Cuban. But he works alongside him anyway, so he's done a lot of work with him, and that's his style. It is that sort of Central American Cuban type vibe. And he's just a really good guy as well. Very nice guy. Jorge Rubio. Yes.
Thank you, Tom.
That's
Jamie.
brilliant.
Excellent. That's what we need more of.
That was great.
Because my mind goes blank when I'm doing this often. So thank you, Tom. Jorge Rubio. But yeah, what do you think it'd be like living with O'Hara for 2 weeks? Do you think you would get on with him?
Well, I've got an 8-year-old nephew. and I imagine it would be similar. Okay. Like, give him a bowl of Cheerios, fucking...
I'm not sure he's allowed Cheerios.
Sit him down with a couple of toys and just let him run wild.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he's an interesting character. I think he's misunderstood.
I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be really funny living with him for 2 weeks.
He just comes across quite childlike to me.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I'm sure he'd be fine.
I think it'd be really interesting.
Do you think he would leave the toilet seat up?
I don't know. Right. I don't know if it's... This is an interesting point. Okay. I don't know if it's bad or good to leave the toilet seat up.
Me neither. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused. I've often heard females saying, "Oh, men always leave the toilet seat up," and I'm like, but then you can just sit straight down. What's the problem here?
What? What, Tom?
Do you know what I mean?
What? Sit down on like the fucking steel...
Oh no, I was
the
meaning
cold steel ring.
I was talking about the mid. You know, they have like the 2 layers to the seat.
Yeah, they're not moaning about that bit,
Oh,
mate.
I thought...
They're not moaning about the lid.
Oh, so that's called the toilet lid. But have you ever heard anyone say the toilet lid before?
Well, no.
No, exactly.
It's always up.
Yeah, so my confusion was around which part of the seat they were complaining about.
They're complaining about the bit that doesn't let you sit down, mate.
Right.
That's the complaint.
Well, okay. I always sit down.
Brilliant. Yeah, me too. I like a rest, by the way.
Yeah.
I sit down for a pee every now and then just to get a couple of minutes for my thoughts.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to Iron Brew, by the
maybe-
way. This stuff is brilliant. Remember we did the Aero?
Yeah.
The Aero chocolate cake?
Yeah, but
they never had any.
Scott Mid didn't make this though.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Aye, brilliant, good stuff.
Oh, they didn't have any?
They didn't have any Aero cake. I went and looked for some.
Do you think they've removed it because of our comments?
It could have been poisoned. We know it could have been tainted product, but yeah.
Let's continue on to the next one.
Oh, so good.
It's from Patrick IFL Patrick at Paddy IFL Paddy.
That's really original.
Hope Eddie Hearn takes action against Dominic Ingle for this monstrosity. Odds of dangerous Dom being a part.
Yeah, maybe take that bit
Oh,
out. Yeah.
I hadn't read that bit.
Yep.
We'll censor that part.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dom.
I don't know why that was necessary at the end there. It was funny. It was already funny enough. Dom Ingle has written a song, recorded it, and they've made a music video. Now, I don't have any kind of objection to any of those things. It's just there's a bit of a weird mesh of things going on here. They're in the boxing gym.
Yep.
There's someone training, and the video's happening. And normally, when you see a boxing music video, it's like a song like Powerless, or it's a big club banger, or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some kind of.
Yeah,
but this is very much like a rock kind of soulful number. I don't know if the video fits what Dom's doing here.
It's sort of like it's got a kind of jam vibe to it, doesn't it?
It does.
But the song is about like a cheeky promoter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about like a big shot promoter or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom's got a turtleneck on.
He does have a turtleneck and a jacket.
He's playing his wee guitar in the ring.
Yep.
It's just, he's so happy with it though.
Do you know what I will say?
What?
It's important to have passions in this life.
Well, it is, and good luck to him. He got slated for it, but good luck to him. Would I buy it? Absolutely not. But
you don't have to buy it. All you need to do is subscribe
Stream
to
it?
Spotify now.
well, I do that.
Okay, well,
Can I access that on Spotify?
I don't know. I hope so.
I'm playing it on the way home.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're going to get into it. I can
That
see
wee
it.
turtleneck, for a man as muscular as that,
Yeah.
it's an interesting choice. The video is brilliant. I love it.
Do you think that... Do you think it was a serious thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I seen him come out and defend it. Someone slated him.
Oh, it was Sonny.
And he came out and tried to defend it by talking about when the song was going to be released and stuff like that.
Was
He's
it Sonny?
No, it was just a random guy, and I think Dom replied. It might even have been this guy, I can't remember, but Dom replied like really seriously, like, actually the song will be released next week. This should never have been published because it is pre-release. It's like, nobody gives a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Yes. Excellent boxing coach.
Competent musician. Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's just cringy.
Do you have any pastimes that you've been criticised for, or any things that you thought you were better at than you were?
Aye, writing. When I was younger, I used to do curling.
Why?
There's an interesting
Why?
an interesting tidbit for you. I don't know. I went to school. Well, I went to school in East Kilbride, and we did curling at school, and I thought,
Really?
Yeah. We went for a couple of trips to the ice rink, and we lived near, there's a big ice rink in East Kilbride, so we went there, and I thought, I'm right into curling.
Yeah.
That would be a really good thing for me to do.
Like, it was one of those where it's like, I haven't figured out what my thing is yet, and this is quite niche. So
This
if I
could be
train
it.
at this,
Aye.
no one's going to be able to touch me on the
Exactly.
curling ring.
Imagine me on the circuit, 14 years old. But when I went along to this, this is genuinely
Prodigy.
genuinely
Like that
true.
Vaughan Bowles video that went viral.
Like Blades of Glory, but just me. But when I went to the classes, like the curling classes, it was all pensioners.
Really?
There was nobody under the age of 55 there. So I went a couple of times, and I thought, this is brilliant.
So
I'm
did
right
you
in.
win through sheer athleticism?
No, I got battered every week. You had your wee brush, and you're brushing away and that. Oh,
Were you a brusher? Were you not a thrower?
we do a bit of both.
Okay.
A bit of both. It's,
Okay.
it's a team sport.
Sure.
Aye, that's mad. Why have I just told you that? I don't know.
Because I asked.
What about you? Anything interesting in the closet?
Probably some really horrific ones. The main one, it's not that bad, but I was really into tennis. But I was good in training, but then I'd play matches and I'd always lose. But because like my technique was good, I'd always make the teams.
Right.
And it was just this relentless cycle of losing.
So why do you think that? Let's unfurl that a little bit.
Okay. No, I'm up for this.
What was behind that? Why do you think you
I
crumbled?
crumbled under pressure.
Was it the expectation?
Yeah, because I expected myself to be a lot better than I was. And when I was younger, I was like, I used to play for like a local team.
Of course you did. I could definitely see you as a tennis
Well,
guy.
I'm way too short to be a tennis guy. Way too short.
You conduct yourself like somebody who plays tennis.
That's such nonsense. I actually remember one time at school they used to make us wear this uniform,
Right.
and they made us wear these polo shirts, and they had like stitched badges on them, but they had nothing. You know, like with a badge, you don't have like a protective layer.
Oh,
and it rubbed my nipple so much that my nipple bled during a game, and there was like blood on my shirt at the end. So that was pretty heavy.
That is a harrowing
I also got
image.
hit in the eye once, so my pupil didn't move for like a week.
Oh shit.
So one was bigger than the other for a week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Rough
Rough game tennis.
Yeah, that's like the most dangerous game of tennis.
Yeah, but no, I basically wanted to be a lot better than I was. I wasn't very patient, and I felt like I had to win all the time, so I would always play horrifically in matches. So,
Interesting that.
yeah.
Crumbling on the biggest stage, Henry.
My biggest stage, the Lennell Tennis Cup final.
Oh, did you get to a final?
I actually made it to the final.
Well, you didn't lose all the time.
And then I
did you?
played.
Did you get a bye to the final?
No. My ranking got me there. No. Played the final, and I got beaten really badly, and yeah. And then actually, me and my best friend were talking about this recently. He didn't play tennis, and we played once, and he beat me.
Oh wow.
And he was so bad, and like he literally all he did was keep it in, and it was horrific. It was horrific, and I've never spoken about it before. We actually spoke about it the other day for the first time ever. Since then, and he remembered it really well. And he'd never brought it up with me because he always felt so bad.
It's very deep, isn't it?
Yeah, he felt bad about beating me, so he never talked to me about it. And he never even told me one. Like that was the kind of thing where you're a young lad, you go around bragging to everyone, "Oh, I beat someone who's in the team."
He knew it would hurt you.
He knew it would break me, so he didn't tell anyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was good, wasn't it? That was good.
Shout
That was
out
a good
to
little
Henry
section.
Pearson. Thank you.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. So from Terry Harper, a year ago, I was picking up extra shifts in the chip shop, peeling potatoes at 6 a.m. to make a bit of extra cash. Now I'm sunning myself in Gran Canaria. Took my mum, sisters and partner away. Never thought I'd be in this position. Thank you, Eddie Hearn.
Brilliant.
Great to hear.
That's boxing, innit?
Yeah. Hashtag boxing.
Hashtag boxing. Going from nothing really, with all due respect. How funny is it in a chip shop? People actually have to peel the potatoes. You forget that, don't you?
Yeah.
I just expect they come in a big bag.
They probably can. You probably can get them like that. Maybe that's an opportunity for us.
Terry Harper's
Start
been
small.
stealing a living peeling those potatoes.
What if someone was to ask you right now to do your like comparative? I've gone from here to here. What would yours be?
Mine would be.
And who would you thank?
I'm trying to look at the structure.
Yeah. So
Okay.
more than a year ago.
Right. Okay.
Though, yeah.
Right. 13 years ago, I was a struggling junior in the curling club. Attempting to make small chat with pensioners. Now, I'm sitting in a very posh part of the country with two men I barely know, embarrassing myself for the public. Never thought I'd be in this position. Thank you, a guy called Henry. That would be mine.
No problem.
What would yours be? This would be interesting because nobody really knows it but you. So.
All right. Okay. 2 years ago, I was a fucking loser. Now I'm here with Craig. Never thought I'd be in this position.
That was good.
Thank you, Craig.
Yep.
At Craig Scott.
Yep. 209.
209.
Do you know why it's 209? Tom, you'll like this. Why is it 209, do you think?
Is it something to do with UFC?
Yep.
Because the only reason I guess that's because Tom was watching UFC when you came in, and you know nothing about Tom. So
Yeah. Yeah. The Diaz brothers. I love the Diaz brothers.
So why is it
And they are
209?
from Stockton, California, and they used to just shout out 209 because I think that's their area code.
Incredibly niche.
So 209 is in my email address. It's in my Twitter. I don't think I've ever actually explained that.
How much
before.
do you love the Diaz brothers?
I used to love them. I
What
actually
about
have
now?
I actually have a tortoise called Nate after Nate Diaz. That's a true story.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. What's it like having a tortoise?
shite. They don't do it. They just.
When did you get it, and what was the motivation? Were you lonely?
This is a true story as well. I
Yeah.
always wanted a tortoise, right? And then my mum and dad, obviously, they're quite
Picking you apart is a joy, I have to say.
they're quite expensive. So my mum and dad didn't want to get me one. So instead of like just telling me they're quite expensive, they actually told me it was illegal to have.
Are you serious?
So I grew up thinking it was like an exotic, illegal pet. And then I started
So
realising...
that grew the intrigue, drugs or
so
alcohol.
then I realised that I could have it.
Yeah.
And I just had to have it. So I got Nate, and he's so boring, mate. He doesn't do it, he just eats lettuce.
That's shite.
Rubbish. But yeah, shout out to Nate
Full
Diaz.
of regrets. Next one. Manny Pacquiao signs with Conor McGregor's management paradigm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Don't care.
Cool.
Sorry.
Good. Move on.
Apologies. Do you care?
I think it'd be interesting if the fight...
Looks like the Kieran Smith fight's off then.
Yeah, that's a shame. Me and Kieran actually had to be back and forth after that. He wasn't happy.
I know.
But we got over it, and now I believe we are.
I think it's because he thought that you were a hateful person.
I thought I was having a go at him,
but I think he thought, like, naturally, I think he just thought you were a hateful person, so he assumed that you were having a go. But then I said, no, he's all right, and he was like, all right then. And then you had a chat, and now you're best friends.
We talked out, and I believe now we're closer than ever. So...
Which is still not that close. No.
Good guy.
Next one.
This is yours.
I posted this.
You've got a lot of thoughts about this one.
I wrote this. Just watched a documentary about skimming stones, which got me thinking. Could At Bronze Bomber, which is Deontay Wilder, break the world record with a little training? I'd like to see it. # Sink or Skim, which was the name of the documentary.
I was hoping you made that up.
No, I didn't. It was the name of the documentary, which is a good name.
Okay.
It was, firstly, funny documentary. You should watch that.
Yeah, I don't know how you got onto that documentary.
Because I met the guys who made it, and I wanted to watch it before I met them.
Okay.
Really nice guys. Really good at what they do.
Okay.
And Sink or Skim was great because most of them don't take it very seriously, but there's one guy in particular who does take it very seriously, and he's a young lad, and he you should just watch it. It's very funny.
Out of interest, how do they measure the skimming record? Is it distance travelled? Is it number of ripples?
No, distance travelled.
Right. Okay.
That was that was about going for the record, but then there's also this place up in the Highlands where it's like got a back wall, and it's like whoever hits the back wall the most times kind of proceeds to the next round, or like whoever goes the furthest, basically. But the guy who was the young lad who was really keen. I mean, it's so funny. Like the guy who wins is like drinking a pint, smoking a fag, normal guy. The kid who doesn't win, who's so keen, he's like training it for a year before, like out running in the hills, in the gym. He's like, I've been doing 100 press ups every day, like so into it, so keen, and then he doesn't even win. But he hates the main course where the world championships are because it's got this back wall, and he's like it's just not adequate for how big the sport's become. And everyone's just like, mate, just chill out, it's just skimming. But
so is that in Scotland? Is it based in Scotland?
Yeah, it's in Scotland. Yeah,
I'm going to watch that.
We should go one time.
Yeah,
and get very drunk because it's not interesting.
That's funny.
So that was good. Anyway,
so do you think,
looking at his natural attributes, I believe he could be a phenomenal skimmer. Skimmer. I think he could be a phenomenal skimmer, and I would like to see it. And I think it would be a good way to rebuild from this defeat.
Yes. Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Bouncing back from a crushing defeat.
Skimming back from this crushing defeat.
Do you believe he would have the mental strength to apply himself to that sport?
No, but it would be a test. I'd like to see it. I think it'd be a good way to mentally rebuild. I think if he can come back and do well in that, then Tyson Fury's no problem.
I would just like to see the video after he loses in a dark hotel room, just talking about skimming with the same sort of...
Do you think he would complain about the environment that he was in?
The back wall sounds like it would be a nightmare for him.
I think he would enjoy the back wall. Him and the lad. I think the lad, and it was called Alex. Him and Alex would be complaining about the back wall bitterly.
Alex is probably training right now.
No, he is training right now. And he even went to the papers to try and get the World Championships moved.
Oh my god!
And it was so funny because in the documentary they were like, "This is nothing to do with boxing," so I'm sorry for anyone who's not interested. But he was complaining about the course, and in the documentary, the local people were like, "Yeah, it's great. Every year it brings industry to us. It brings money. Like we really, really need it." And he's there like, "This is not good enough." Like trying to get it moved. So anyway, I'm sure he's nice, but he didn't come across as that likable in the documentary.
Maybe he'll change. He could be
apparently it hasn't.
Stone Skimmings O'Hara Davis.
Yeah. So on to the next one. Frank Warren. It's an old photo from Frank Warren from 2018, 1st of May, and it was when he had a pretty impressive looking stable, and he wrote "We're not playing," and Derek Cooper, who's a very funny man, shared it and wrote, "Because you've literally got nobody left to play with." Unreal photo, and it's quite brutal because when you look at who's actually still signed with Frank Warren in this photo, it's not many. Jack Catterall's still with him.
Yep.
Dubois still with him.
Yep.
Liam Smith's gone to Eddie Hearn.
Yep.
Billy Joe Saunders has gone to Eddie Hearn. Tyson Fury's like
50-50.
Probably more like 70-30. Top rank, Frank Warren. Frampton's still with, I think he's still with Frank Warren, is he? Or is he more top rank,
I think.
Yeah. Terry Flanagan is with who now?
I think he might still be with Frank, but he's just not fought. He's not been at. No,
He's definitely with MTK. I know
he's
that.
MTK, is he not?
Yeah, but I mean, like, obviously you can have a promoter still.
No,
so
but he fights on their shows though.
that's fine. You can still have a promoter.
I don't know if he's still with Frank.
Okay, I don't think he is. But Josh Warrington.
That was a
with
weird
Eddie.
one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The Josh Warrington one was.
came out of nowhere, but great signing.
They literally loaned them to Frank
But
Warren.
you know what I will say, and it shows you the benefits of the way Eddie speaks about opposition promoter fighters and the way he amicably lets them leave, because he can then work with them again. Whereas I feel like sometimes the splits that happen with Frank Warren, there's no going back.
Yep.
So I think that's testament to the way he kind of treats the fighters when they want to leave or whatever.
Yeah,
so
that's a really good point.
it's a good thing, I think. And then Anthony Yard still with Frank Warren, but we don't really know what's going on there. It's been a bit quiet.
Yeah, he fought in Spain, didn't he? He fought in some random show in Madrid recently to come
Against
back
the
from,
super middleweight.
Yeah, weird, very weird.
But every time I said to someone, "Isn't that weird?" They go, "Yeah, but he needs a win." And I'm like, to come back, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got an audience here that he could fight in front of.
Yeah.
And O'Hara Davis is still with him as well.
Is he actually? I thought he was just MTK as well now. He's in the golden contract, so.
Okay. Yeah, okay, maybe. But some of them are still there, but I think the main ones are your Billy Joe Saunders, your Tyson Fury if he's 70% elsewhere, and the Warrington one. The Warrington one must be a real kick in the teeth for Frank, because he took him, he got him to where he wanted to be.
What's concerning as well for Frank with Jack Catterall is if he manages to pick up a title at 140, Frank doesn't really have any other 140 fighters, does he? So, and they're all kind of with Top Rank.
I don't think he wins a title anyway.
Do you not?
No.
Really?
I think he's a good fighter.
I think he's got a lot more to show.
I just don't think, does he beat Ramirez? Probably not.
I think he's got a chance.
Does he beat Taylor? Not for me.
I don't think he beats Josh Taylor.
Does he beat?
Does
he beat Prograis? Not for me.
I'm not okay.
And maybe that's because we haven't seen enough. I just think when he's.
I think that'd be an amazing fight. Prograis against Catterall.
Well,
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, Catterall fighting the winner of Prograis and Hooker.
Yeah.
I'd sign up for. That's a good fight as well.
Someone asked recently what was the most boring fight I've seen. Catterall Davies would be up there.
That was shocking.
It was weird. It was the weirdest fight I've ever seen. It's
Terrible.
just jab fest. It was strange.
That's what I mean. Every time he's had a chance to shine, he's never really done
The
it.
Kenner fight was good.
Yeah. It's alright. You're not going to make me a believer.
Okay.
But I might be wrong.
I'll abandon that cause. Shite. Just lost the thing. Here we go. British Boxing Blog. My advice to any aspiring boxers: no matter how successful you become, never buy silk pajamas or bedding. I have it on very good authority that it hampers your running ability.
That's good.
Very
That's
funny.
a good tweet. And obviously referring to the famous quote by Marvelous Marvin Hagler, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was Hagler, was it?
Saying it's hard to get out and run at 5 a.m. when you're wearing silk pajamas.
I don't know why you'd want to wear silk pajamas. I don't think that's very breathable.
I don't really like silk.
No, I don't like silk either. I slept in some silk bed sheets once in a hotel and it was not enjoyable.
Are you sliding about all over the place?
It's not nice.
No, I'm not into silk.
No.
So that would be why I wouldn't buy them. It wouldn't be because of the running.
Yeah,
but
very sweaty time.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
don't like it.
good tweet. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, very funny. Well done.
Good boys as well.
Well done, British Boxing Blog. Yeah, I like them because sometimes they comment and tweet and like my stuff. Comment and like my stuff. Comment on and like my stuff.
Yeah. Interaction is
got
key.
there eventually. Yes, for me. Michael Conlan got really upset because he did a feed about chocolate, like old school chocolate, like what do you miss, etc. It got mad It was crazy the amount of interaction it got. Some really good shouts on there. One that I really enjoyed was the Cadbury Snowflake.
Oh, that was good.
Old school.
Was that the bubbly white chocolate with the other chocolate around it? No.
Fuck's sake. It wasn't bubbly. It was a flake. It was the snowflake. It was the flake that had white chocolate flake in the middle.
Yeah.
Is that good? Yeah, with chocolate on the outside.
Yeah.
And that was a massive throwback for me.
Yeah, I've totally forgot that even existed.
Yeah.
Well, I like a mint crisp dairy milk bar.
I've not had that. Is that a newer one?
No, it was like an old school classic. It used to come in like a
All
foil
right.
wrapping, but then they've brought it back. So it's
Yeah.
just dairy milk, but little bits of crunchy mint.
I miss chocolate. Yeah, I used to enjoy, like, latterly, I got more into chocolate bars actually as I got older,
Okay.
which is weird. But I was a big fan of the Star Bar.
Not a fan. Not a fan. I don't like nuts in chocolate.
It's not really got nuts in it though.
Yeah, it does.
Star Bar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got peanuts in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but pretty solid
It's been a while.
member of the nut family.
Been a while, mate. Anyway, I used to like that. I also liked a white chocolate Kinder Bueno.
Yeah, I'm into those.
I
Yeah.
like that. And I also liked a Whisper.
I love a Whisper. Whisper Gold?
No, just the regular
Just
one.
regular Whisper?
I like how chocolatey it tastes.
I like a Time Out.
Yeah?
I believe they get overlooked.
With the wafer, though.
Oh, and a Twirl. I like a Twirl as
Twirl's
well.
good. Yeah. Anyway, he got really upset. Michael Conlan got really upset and he tweeted, Liam, the subject was chocolate and you put this shit in here. That's a blockable offence, especially with that choice. And basically Liam
He's so irrationally angry.
Liam commented on it, best Chris. And it's a packet of prawn cocktail Wotsits.
Why is Michael so angry?
Because he broke the code of the fucking
That's amazing.
feed.
What is also very good about that is Liam's spelling of the word crisps.
Yeah, Chris. Best
Chris.
Chris. Maybe
Best
that's an
Chris.
Irish thing.
Yeah, Michael Conlan's fuming about that.
He is. I like Michael Conlan.
I like, yeah, he's funny. Good
Yeah,
guy.
I like him.
Prawn cocktail, Wotsits. Wouldn't be any argument for me.
What crisps do you miss any, or do you like? What's your go-to now? What do you miss?
Well, I would probably go. I do like the McCoys. I think
Do
McCoys.
you like the Ridge?
I like McCoys. I like the ridge texture. I think they pack a punch in terms of flavour.
You said that with a bit of flair, flavour.
Bit of pizzazz. And I do enjoy a pickled onion packet of.
Monster Munch.
No,
Putting words in your mouth. I'm sorry.
Walkers.
I used to have a lager with a packet of pickled onion Monster Munch.
Oh, that's a good
A
call.
lager beer.
That's a good call. I don't like Wotsits because they stick to your teeth.
Mm.
Wotsits, don't they? They're all that weird material.
Tom loves Wotsits.
Are you a Wotsit man, are you?
Yeah.
Prawn cocktail?
Do you like cheesy?
Just cheesy ones.
Think about what you're saying. Yeah.
We're learning about everybody.
But
today.
Annika, his girlfriend, also just discovered the cheesy Wotsits, and because she refused to try them, and now she loves them, doesn't she?
But they do get stuck to your teeth though, don't they?
Then you get extra meat.
Good stuff. Okay, your boy Sam O'Reilly.
Yes, yes.
I'd like to meet Sam one day.
Great guy.
I think
I feel like I'm just saying everybody's a great guy today.
Yeah, not like you.
He is a great guy though.
I think it's the positive energy that I bring to your life when you come on this podcast.
Well, when you hear me on other platforms, I'm
Yeah.
very negative.
Much more aggressive.
Yeah, I'm very
I
negative.
feel like I'm a calming influence on you.
I feel like I'm trying to meet you at like a good level of positivity. And it sometimes strains me a little bit because I do have that hateful
I like
element.
to be positive without talking about positivity. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. What we're talking about, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, but
not
I'm just
talk
saying.
about-
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just before this.
Just let it linger.
Sam O'Reilly, Instagram. Okay, so this was a thing DAZN USA put out. Here's how Ryan Garcia stacks up to some familiar faces entering his 20th pro fight. They've put relevant stats like record through 19 fights, age as of 20th fight, age as of first world title, and then for some reason at the bottom they've thrown in Instagram followers through 19th fight. The fighters that they've chosen to compare him to are Canelo Alvarez and Oscar De La Hoya. I can see why.
Yep.
Mexican legends. And yet, the final column seems kind of redundant, seeing as they've caveated it with Instagram wasn't created then.
Why would you put
So
it in?
I don't know what the fucking point of that was. Probably just so they could get his Instagram following in there, which is 4.8 million. And very impressive for someone who's
4.8 million.
not done anything yet in boxing.
I'll tell you, his interaction with his fans, like his female fans
Good-looking boy
especially,
as well.
is insane.
Like, they want to interact with him. That's
and
the
it's
point.
so simple. It's
Because
like
I try to interact with my female fans, but I don't have enough, firstly, to do that with, and they don't want it either. So,
I'm just trying to think if I've got any female fans.
no. I looked at the analytics on my videos on YouTube the other day, and it was 98% men watching the videos.
Can you see that much detail? That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
You can see the ages and everything. I think like most of them are like age 24 to 34 or something as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think if we tried to do, because Ryan Garcia will just post something on Twitter like, tell me your favourite Disney film. And it'll just fucking, it'll go through the roof. If I did that, people would just report me. Like,
fuck off, Craig.
What is up with this creep?
Shut the fuck up, Craig.
Can we just look at Canelo Alvarez, age as of 20th fight?
17. But he turned pro at like 16, didn't he?
15, I think.
15.
That's
What?
insane.
Imagine being 15 having pro fights.
Crazy, man. Yeah, down in Mexico.
That's so weird.
A lot of American kids do that. They'll go and fight in Mexico because you can be younger to have professional fights.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. No, I do think there's something to be said for turning over early and getting used to the pro game as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Well, you
It's so
see
different.
amateurs struggling when they do turn over
The
eventually.
pacing's just so different.
Yeah. Paddy Barnes.
Paddy
Good
Barnes.
example.
Yeah. This was amazing.
Yeah, this is
So
crazy.
I've actually screenshot the BBC page here. It did go viral on social media as well. Quick thinking kickboxing ref catches unconscious fighter. So it was incredible. It was in a kickboxing fight. One guy basically clipped the other guy real hard around the chin. He's going back. He's falling backwards out cold, and the referee basically falls with him and cushions his head as he hits the canvas, which was unbelievable. And I'd like to see refs in boxing showing a bit more athleticism.
I'd like it if the next time you did that, you actually touched my head. That would make me feel very comfortable.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
What do you think in terms of the catching the guy like that?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Did he let him continue?
No, it was over.
Oh, was he out? Was
he
he
was out
totally
cold,
out
mate.
cold? Okay.
Imagine catching him and be like, back it up, on you go.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Great reactions.
It was amazing.
But boxing's a little bit different. Like, I think sometimes in knockouts in kickboxing and MMA and stuff, it can be so much more brutal. Like, someone takes a head kick or a big knee or something like that. Like, it's really savage stuff. And then they follow up with attacks on the ground as well. So, boxing's a little bit different. But in terms of being that aware and reacting, you know, in the moment, that's really impressive. I need to watch the video. I thought I watched it, but I don't think I did.
Do you want
watch
to see
it
it quickly? I'll just mute it just so.
Oh, well, he never really.
No, he did. He got his hand behind his head and stopped it smacking the canvas.
Let me see one more time.
So he clips him there. Do you think that's amazing? You've got such high standards.
Yeah, okay, good effort.
Yeah, and look at the way he's ended up. He's doing a backwards roll to have his arm under there.
He's milked it a bit, hasn't he, to be honest?
Come on. Right. Anyway, so I thought that was really. I'm sending a message of appreciation to that referee. I'd like to see more athleticism from our boxing referees.
They're quite old, aren't they?
They are very old.
Generally speaking, the top level referees, especially in the States as well, they are a fair age. You don't really see a lot of young refs.
I've not seen a single ex-fighter as a referee or as a judge. It's weird, isn't it? You'd think one or two would have gone down that route.
I don't know, because then I think you're going to have unconscious bias towards the way someone fights.
Isn't
or
that
the
there
style,
anyway?
or yeah, but you're not doing it from a first person perspective, are you?
What do you mean?
Like, if you're a judge and you've never fought before, yeah, you'll have stuff that you might
I
like.
see what you
stuff,
mean, okay,
but if you're a fighter and you used to fight that way, or you love the underdog, or
well, Craig, are you suggesting that the judges are usually good at scoring?
terrible.
So perhaps we should try something else.
Let's roll the dice. Let's do it.
Okay. Next one.
Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, so
Terrible
this
social media content.
So, but fascinating at the same time. Top Round Boxing, they're both fighting at 154 pounds. They're both undefeated. They're not the same height.
Why would you put that?
Daniel Lewis versus Sebastian Fundora will be fascinating, opening up Saturday's Wilder Fury 2 pay-per-view. And the guy is tall as hell. What is he, 6'6"?
I think he's 6'4", but he's like a welterweight or something, like a light welterweight. He is huge.
No, super welterweight, 154.
Did he win?
6'5.5".
6'5". Did he win?
He's
undefeated. So.
Yeah, UD.
Wow.
He's had a draw as well against Jamonte Clark.
Good name. Solid
Yeah.
name. See that tweet? There's so many other things you could have put.
He's 6'2" as well. What is with these massive super welterweights? Anyway, yeah.
Could have phrased that tweet. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's just terrible. It's not good.
Yeah.
And the way they've done the 3 dots as well, they're building it. They're building the suspense for the final line. Not the same height.
Yeah.
How many times would they be the same height?
Yeah.
But
they're trying to emphasize the fact that it really is a massive height discrepancy.
yeah, there is. But I think the other guy, Daniel Lewis, is probably like a normal. Like, he's probably a normal size
Probably.
for a welterweight.
He is. Super welterweight.
Sorry.
5'10", which is actually a little small.
It's
For a
pretty-
super
pretty-
welter these days, they're all over 6
Yeah,
foot, man.
yeah, that's true.
Big boys.
Yeah. So yeah, just Top Rank, I think, need a better social media team.
Which can be said for many.
I think they should bring us in.
Yeah.
What would you have put?
What would you charge?
I wouldn't charge. I'd do it for free
Okay, that's good.
for the love of the sport.
That's good. What would I have put?
I would have put. This is what I would have put. I'm desperately trying to think of something.
I'd have just put, this guy's tall as shit.
Yeah, I'd put big opportunity versus
Normal-sized opportunity.
versus little man.
We're not going to get the gig, Craig.
No, it's over.
This is a
so good.
genius tweet. This was from the Fury Fight Week. We should have said it at the beginning, but whatever. Declan Taylor at Declan Taylor 87, who is a very funny man.
Great writer as well.
Can't stop thinking about Tyson Fury saying he was weak as a robin. It's so emotive. The humble robin is so beautiful and inoffensive, but in the cold light of day, it is actually really fucking weak too. And there's no point lying to yourself and saying it's not. #Robin.
He spent the whole week. Declan Taylor spent the whole week doing tweets about robins.
Did he actually?
He was at the way in, and I think a bird flew in, and he put a tweet out like, "You would never believe it. A bird has flown in, and it is not a robin. What are the chances?" Oh, so good. When he gets something in his head, he really runs with it. Weak as a robin. Brilliant. How weak are you?
How weak am I?
How would you describe yourself in terms of weakness? If
I'm
you had
okay.
to compare yourself to.
No, I'm okay.
Like a crow.
What would I be in the bird kingdom?
I reckon I'd be like weak as a pigeon.
Weak as a maimed ostrich.
That's pretty dark. Anyway, weak as a robin. He certainly wasn't weak as a robin on fight night, was he? He was very strong, very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that extra weight was muscle.
Yes,
I think.
And he didn't look like he was running out of steam at all. He was
He
completely.
looked a little tired, but not
He's pretty comfortable though.
a
wasn't
normal amount for someone who's punching
he? Yeah.
another man.
Yeah.
What
The humble robin.
was this?
Oh, that's your Frampton one where you just put "Link ain't working, mate."
Oh yeah, I was on one last week. Every top fighter dreams of retiring undefeated, but I've learned more from my losses than my wins. Blah blah blah. Basically, Frampton had like a video he was trying to share from YouTube, and I was letting him know that it wasn't working. Had a similar experience earlier in the week, a few days before, I believe, with Triss,
Oh, friend of the show,
friend of the show,
Tris Dixon.
Triss's Boys. That was a working title for a while.
I actually want Tris to be my mate.
No, you want him to be your dad.
Don't tell him.
He watches this.
Does he actually watch
He
it?
told me he watched. Well, he's watched one. I don't know if he's watched more
I
than one.
hope he watches. Can we just
Maybe
cut?
not a whole
Can we
one.
cut this wee clip and just send him it?
Yeah,
You'll love that one, eh?
yeah.
Hopefully.
Triss's Boys.
I do like him.
Yeah.
And he's a monster, isn't he, as
He's
well?
a big unit. Big old.
Seen him in the gym?
I've not seen. No. Have you seen him in the gym?
On his Instagram, he puts
Okay.
clips up. Oh my god.
Maybe that's what, on Instagram people share like with friends only, and it's like one of those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's why I've not seen it.
Maybe we should be family only.
Oh.
Me, you, and Tris, and can we have a
That'd
wee
be
group
quite
chat? Do you
cute.
think Tris would have a group chat with us?
I only have him on Twitter DMs currently, so I'll ask.
I've not even DM'd him actually.
Have you not? Are you scared?
Well, I've interacted
Are
with
you
him.
afraid
but
of rejection?
do you know what? He's a big player. He's a big player in
Big
boxing.
player in this game.
Yes, and I fear rejection.
Yeah.
So,
In boxing or in general?
do you think
Don't make me confused.
if Tris watches this little bit,
Yeah.
I would like him to send me a DM and just give me a wee message.
Do you want a code word?
No.
Hawkeye. I want him to say Hawkeye.
I don't want him to say that.
Tris, if you see this, write to Craig, Hawkeye. Hawkeye, what's your... what was your...
209.
Hawkeye 209, and we'll know you've watched. Actually, just tweet it out, Hawkeye 209.
That would mean more.
And we'll know.
Publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
that's a really weird 2-minute segment.
Yeah. So anyway, I was on one, and I was helping everyone, letting them know their links weren't working.
Yep.
And I got no thanks from Carl.
Link ain't
Thanks,
working,
Carl.
mate.
But that's fine. But then Tris said thank you.
Slimline? That's what that reminds me of.
That's why I brought it up. Because I'm quite an awkward operator on social media.
Yeah.
I'm not very cool on social media. Like in real life, I'm pretty sick, but the rest of the time, but on social media, I'm not good.
But I feel like you do that deliberately though.
A bit, but like I'm also really scared that people won't understand my tone.
Okay.
So I sometimes I want to say things that might come across offensive.
So
like,
do you keep it like right down the middle?
I just use it to promote myself. That's
Okay.
it. I don't really try and make jokes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want jokes, then come and see me in person.
Yeah, loads of jokes. Loads.
It's
really close.
Boxing King Media. Tyson Fury pays €200 for the freedom of 2 crabs as he saves them from boiling water. Now, we had a debate about this before. I watched it. It's on the ITV show that's about Fury right now. I think they're lobsters, not crabs. I was like, because they're too big to be crabs. And you guys were like, no, you can have big crabs too.
No, Tom actually remonstrated with you and showed you the size of a few crabs that he's seen in his life.
Tom's a fucking crab expert.
And he said about that size? That?
Yeah, bigger.
Bigger than
big.
that?
That's no. Come on.
Giant fucking crabs at the bottom of the ocean. What are you talking about?
I haven't been there, so I don't know.
Well, if it says crabs, I would assume they're crabs.
Well, how does Boxing King Media know they're crabs?
Well, don't start picking at him. It's not his fault. You're the one that's got the issue.
I think it's lobsters. Anyway, It was another move from Fury
to win the.
Oh, that was another thing we should just talk about quickly. Oh,
Wow, they are big.
Nah, but these are lobsters, boy. I can tell you. But listen.
Oh, I could tell you.
I could tell. I've seen some stuff. I've actually had lobster once in my whole life. Very nice. And I don't like crab. Don't
I
do
quite
it.
like crab.
I don't like it. It's too salty.
Crab curry, very Sri Lankan meal.
Oh.
Yep.
We should talk about the Nigerian gum shield that Fury had in during the fight.
Was that real?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Unreal.
I seen a picture of it, but I didn't know someone had just done it as like a...
He's so confident. He's all in. He
He's-
doesn't give a damn.
If he fights Anthony Joshua,
Amazing.
I think he wins quite comfortably.
I don't know. I don't want to say that.
I will say it.
It could go either way.
I think he wins.
Are we done with this one?
Yes.
You have nothing else to say about it?
No, €200 for the freedom of two. They've
But-
really dramatised.
Just!
Take the picture.
You've just completed the biggest 180 in the
I just
history.
took the picture. I just based it on crab. How we thought the crab's going to be that big.
Henry.
Oh.
Henry thought they were massive. Yeah.
Boxing King Media has lied to us.
I know, because I could tell because they got the big ass claws.
Well, I was just agreeing with because
No, you weren't just agreeing with him. You were disagreeing with me.
Crabs have bigger claws than lobsters.
Whatever. Point is, you were disagreeing with me, and I don't, and that's just okay.
Well, I was wrong.
That's
Oh,
we've
he's a
done
clown, isn't he?
that. Yeah, we've done that one. And last one, from Christine Frampton. Remember the first time? And she's not saying, she's saying she remembers the first. So she remembers the first time that she brought Real C. Frampton to mass. When everyone started doing Peace Be With You, he didn't know what was happening and was shaking hands with people going, all right, mate.
Did you see him doing it as well?
I was raised Catholic, so I had to go to church quite a lot.
Okay.
And it would have been so funny if someone had come in and started going, oh, you're right, pal.
You just see him doing it as
Yeah,
well,
I
that
can.
little swagger
Right,
about
mate,
him. Like,
right, mate, yeah.
That's amazing. I actually had a very similar experience. So I used to go out with a girl years ago, right?
I already know this is a fake story.
I was like 17 or 18 at the time, and her gran or her aunt had died, and it was a Catholic family, so we went to the funeral, and they have like a mass, and then they like roll it together with the funeral, so it's like part of the mass, and they had those little things in front of the seat where you were supposed to kneel down on them,
Yeah.
and then you do your prayers and
Yeah.
stuff. But I never realised that you only go down for like a half second or a minute or something, and you come back up.
Well, it depends on what phase you're in during the...
Right. So everybody went down. So I went down.
Yeah.
But I didn't get back
You
up.
didn't return.
And no one told me. So I was just left there.
Maybe they thought you were having a moment.
I was just left there kneeling. And then when I
Did you have your eyes shut the whole time?
Yeah, but I opened a wee eye. I opened an eye and there was nobody there in my eye line. And everybody was just looking at me. Like,
Well,
who
they were
is this?
standing up when you were down on your knees.
They were back up in their
Oh
seat.
my god, that's unreal.
They're all just looking at me, all these old ladies. So it was very embarrassing. It's the last time I went to chapel. Because I'm not Catholic, so
Okay.
there was
Well,
no
that
reason for me
that
to
makes
go.
sense then.
Yeah, there was no other reason.
Yeah.
So that was embarrassing. But I don't remember whether you're not supposed to do the bread and wine thing, are you? If you're not Catholic.
No, that's if you've taken your Holy Communion.
And you get your name, you get like an extra name, don't you?
Oh yeah, you do actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that
Mine's,
called again?
Your communion.
Confirmation name?
No, well that would be your confirmation name. This is communion. I don't know if you get one for communion. I can't remember. One of them you get a name.
Like a saint's name?
Mine was Andrew.
Is it a saint?
Saint Andrew.
I was going to say, is it a Saint Andrew?
There is a Saint Andrew.
Yes, Craig.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. So that was my experience.
Yeah. Religion, eh?
It's a dark subject.
Well,
What are the things that people say you shouldn't talk about? Religion?
politics,
Money? Is that the other one?
Power Rangers.
I used to love the Power
Fuck,
Rangers.
it's so good.
I used to dress up as them and all that as well.
Did you?
I had the
Which one?
outfits
Which is
and
your
stuff.
favourite?
I think I had the red suit.
Red Ranger.
Yeah.
I didn't have any Power Rangers. No, I had a green one actually, but I don't think there was a Green Ranger, so I don't know what that was all about.
I liked that, and I liked
Cheap spin-off.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles or whatever they were
Mhm.
called. What were they called? Was it Teenage Ninja?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I had a run-in with them recently. With
Where?
the Martin Murray interview, I gave him a Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh.
Turtle collectible card because
Yes.
his dad had robbed a shop and bought him a load of cards,
Ah.
and he woke him up in the middle of the night and gave them to...
And he was quite taken aback by that gift, wasn't
He
he?
was. Because I actually got him like the original, I found like an original one from back then.
That's cool.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, cost me a few quid though.
Mm,
Whatever.
hope you appreciate it, Martin.
Yeah, and he ripped it open in front of me. Right, I was like, I opened this and I was like, collectible, whatever. No, I
Yeah.
didn't actually let him have it. Well, that's all our posts for the week.
That's us.
How do you feel about how the show went today?
I think it's been good. We've learned a lot about each other. I think we've grown as a unit.
I feel like I've learned more about you than you. No, I shared a bit more.
You've shared
I
quite a lot
I
today,
opened up,
actually.
yeah.
Do you think that could be like our mission, is to open you up to the public a little bit more?
That
But
can
you don't
be
really, you
your
don't really
mission.
want that, do you?
You could be your mission.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
I don't want to do that.
That was 4. Terrible.
I don't want to do that.
How
It's
do you
actually
think
5
it's-
words.
Oh shit.
I was actually, because I was impressed by how quickly you worked out how many
I
words
know,
I
I
said,
know.
so then I verified it and I realised that you were wrong.
I was hoping you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You did. I
Yeah.
think it's been good. It's been a while, so
Mm-hmm.
good to shake the rust off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
I was actually
looking forward to
dreading it a little bit today.
Were you?
Yeah.
Why?
I've been a bit tired recently.
Mm,
I thought Craig's probably quite tired too.
I'm knackered.
I thought, is it just going to be another thing?
I think it's been good,
I think this one's been better.
and I think
I think we're growing.
Tom has added an extra element to the
Yeah.
show today.
Yeah,
It's been very good to have him on board.
it's been nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like with Tom here, I can be myself more.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually.
Yeah, I feel more relaxed when Tom's
I've noticed
around.
that.
So
I would like it if Tom wore clothes the next time. He's been sitting there naked the whole fucking time.
all right, should we call it a show?
Peace.
And Tris, remember, Hawkeye 20.
See,
Tweet that
honestly, see if he messages me that, I'm going to be buzzing for days.
Yeah,
So if he doesn't, I'll be gutted.
Tris's boys out.